AAA against CLG.eu. That first match, Ash coming out.
Yeah, I think that definitely surprised a lot of people because in recent tournaments, Ash has been forgotten. But
Yeah.
right now you're seeing why arrows make or break the game.
And we've done an interview with you before. Kind of go back what you said about those underplayed champs, those champions you don't see too often.
It's a lot to do with just like flavors of the month,
Yeah.
like a lot, like so much of the game is influenced by the streamers that when you see a streamer voice their opinion on something, like say a new champion like Graves comes out or the Silver Buffs come out and like resurgence of silver players, like they'll start emphasizing like, wow, this champion's so strong, there's no reason to pick another AD carry, and they'll gloss over like the actual differences. Like Ash, how come she was always played in DreamHack? Because her arrow made or break games.
Yeah.
As simple as that. And the thing is, strong laning champions existed back then. Corki has been here since the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And Ash, even back when Ash was OP, you could lane Ash against Corki. It's fine. As long as you have the proper support, you can always lane Ash. So
yeah. And speaking of DreamHack, so I mean, against All Authority, season 1, they got second. But we haven't really heard too much from them since. Like I mean, I saw there's some business. They had a short little stint with Millennium, and then they kind of recouped. They came back together, and they haven't had any big wins yet for season 2. So do you think we're gonna see maybe this may be their first big win for the season, or where do you think they're gonna go?
it definitely could be. I don't really know if they're gonna pull us out. Like it depends how game 2 goes. Obviously, like, obviously if they win, they're gonna advance. But
Yep.
I don't know too much about the European scene. I know Europeans coming out with another like European league or professional league for European Europe, and AAA is probably going to be in it. So they have a lot of chances to be on top of the tournament scene again.
Yeah.
So it's just we'll see.
Yeah, and AAA has always been good, always been on that upper tier. It's just for season 2 we haven't seen too much.
Yeah.
But this could be it. This could they just need to win one more and they got their spot for IPL4. So if you're just joining us right now, I'm Hat Person. With me is Chowster. We are going into game 2, CLG.eu versus Against All Authority. We have everyone here in the game. And I think we might be ready to go here. So I saw the Against All Authority bans last game. I mean, Maokai, Alistar, fantastic targeted bans. Do you think? Do you think they might swap out that Aurelia ban for something else?
Based on that game, they possibly could, because I feel like if they run Ken up top, Aurelia could be a problem, and that is exactly why they banned. That's why their bans worked out perfectly. They banned out Aurelia, they banned out Maokai and Alistar.
Yeah.
Like, Snoop is comfortable jungling is gone. He no longer has like Maokai provides. It was just a perfect bans basically.
And immediate Ash ban from CLG.eu. They do not want to deal with that arrow anymore.
That is pretty funny. Who would imagine to see an Ash ban? That is really funny.
So Aurelia also coming out as a ban for Against All Authority. I think they may go with their same standard set from game 1. We will have to see. But so last game, CLG banned out Morgana, Galio, and Rammus. How do you feel about those from game 1 as we're heading into game 2? You think we might see a few more of those same bans?
I actually don't know too much about. If I knew more about AAA, I could talk more about the ban process. But I kind of feel like Rammus was a wasted ban. If AAA prioritizes fast jungling champions like Shyvana, I feel like Rammus, who is a high ganking champion, is so Rammus shouldn't be a wasted ban. So I feel like they might just drop Rammus here.
Yeah. So and for this game, we are on EU. We are on the EU servers. We have 2 EU teams. Want to be as accommodating as we can. So and we do have some mixed matches going on later today. So our next 2 matches are going to be EU versus NA, and then we're ending out the day with an all this NA versus NA match. So we have a nice. We actually have 4 EU teams and 4 NA teams in the top 8. It's nice and even. Yeah. I like it.
Oh, they actually had a Janna ban. That's quite odd.
That is interesting. I mean, I'm not. No, it's if you're gonna ban a support, I would imagine like Sona would be the one to ban.
It depends. Janna, I can see Janna being banned material, but Okay, I see now why they banned Jan. They don't want them to have any disengage for Kennen. Because if Kennen comes in, Janna can stop your engage. She's one of the champions that can. So it's definitely... And since they have first pick, they planned this. They did plan this. They didn't want to ban Kennen. They're going to take him instead because they can play him.
That is the power of the first ban, first pick. So right now, AAA waiting to see their first two. So CLG will be on blue side, but AAA will also get the last pick. And reminder to everyone out there, so that we are going into Game 2. If Against All Authority wins this game, they are going on and will qualify for IPL4 in Vegas. It's going to be a good time. So Corky and Rammus being picked up now.
The Rammus pick is actually coming out. So I guess that Rammus ban from Game 1 is actually because AAA really likes Rammus. So they are versatile in the jungle.
Yep, and they have also, in a way, CLG has also kind of like worked themselves into a little bit of a corner too, because Morgana, fantastic mid, and is just basically immune to Rammus ganks.
Yeah, Morgana is definitely one of the hardest to gank champions in mid lane.
Yeah, Gangplank being hovered over by CLG. He'd be a good top lane, against Rammus. He's got the orange.
Definitely. He got the
walk away.
He can see oranges and he can walk out. And if things go bad, he can always farm with Parley.
Yep. And
he has great sustain and he has global presence. So GP, it's pretty much good pick usually. Generally a good pick.
GP is good. Even that he can also like go into jungle. Maybe you can even see like a York top lane too, because like slows against Rammus.
Yeah, definitely. You can.
Yeah.
It can be a dual pick. Like you don't know exactly if they're gonna run him top or the jungle also.
Which is, Gangplank is a very versatile. He's a very versatile pick because
you can even run him support. So, but then they just don't do it. They pick Soraka, obviously don't, but people have run him as support.
No. We're seeing Soraka top. It's good. It's good.
Yeah,
Soraka top.
People have run GP bottom simply because he has strong Parley harass and he has the E.
I haven't seen Gangplank support in a while. That'd be hilarious to see.
Oh.
I haven't seen like Soraka top or mid in forever. I kind of want to hop in normal queue now today and do it.
Yeah, they definitely could do it now.
All right,
so
so we have our first three for CLG Against All Authority now mulling over their next two picks. So based on the 3 picks already from CLG, we're looking at an AoE comp, I think, in the making, because we have a Gangplank ult, we got Kennen ult.
I really don't know what jungler or snooper can play outside of Nocturne, so it looks like it's AoE-esque. I wouldn't call it AoE, probably. It's just they have Kennen. They have Kennen and they have Gangplank, so it's not really true AoE comp.
Okay. Riven and Leona coming in for Against All Authority.
Wow. That is really, really aggressive play by AAA. They are picking a high ganking jungler and incredibly aggressive bot lane. Leona is a kill lane. Whenever you have Leona bottom lane, you're in danger of dying if you play that wrong.
Leona has a stun. Corky full of burst.
Yes.
That's a dangerous lane.
Especially against a Soraka lane. Like, that's half of that damage is going to be magical. It doesn't matter if you're healing buffed or not. And also, you have Riven top lane with a stun. So even with the stun, you're either going to take full damage from the stun and Rammus on you at the same time, or you're going to have to cleanse one and Rammus is going to layer his CC over it. So regardless of what happens, Wicked is going to take a lot of damage from a gank. So I really like that Riven pick up top.
Yep, characters with shields like Riven or Udyr actually do pretty well against Gangplank, just to take a good chunk out of the parlay damage away.
Yeah. If Riven can get away from, say, level 1 and level 2 without taking a million damage, then Riven is just going to win that lane.
Tristana and Warwick. Do you think? Well, I mean, Warwick. I mean, we're probably gonna see him in the jungle since he's already got all this stuff right. Well, we could also see a switch with Gangplank. Could we see Toplick?
It's possible. I'm actually not too sure. I don't know if I know Wicked's really partial to playing Gangplank, and since Wicked's taking teleport, I'm guessing he's going to keep it with Gangplank, and Warwick's going to be in the jungle. Yeah.
I mean, we actually kind of like a suicide style almost here coming from CLG, because they're big. Because we had Snube on Nocturne game 1, he would ult in, get into the middle of the action, was like an immediate danger, and we see the same thing now with Warwick as well. Wait till he's 6, and his ult, try to be the one to initiate, which is a very dangerous dance. Because he's right there, he's trying to suppress the champ, he's in the middle of the fight, and he's like the most obvious person to focus all your damage on. So I think try and initiate with Warwick, and then followed up with like Kennen Gangplank.
No, since they don't have any other person to initiate in the front line, Warwick shouldn't be ulting in to initiate. He should be saving it to CC someone during the middle of the team fight.
Yeah.
So I feel like the initiation should happen with, say, Wicked's ultimate comes down and Wicked just walks up, and and Warwick just walks up, and that's gonna be the initiate right there. And then once the team fight breaks out, once the focus is fired, like you're not gonna let Gangplank or Warwick do free damage on you. You're gonna want to exchange. And once your DPSs start exchanging and you're caught up in right-clicking and casting spells, that's when Kennen can just come in and ulti, and that's when Warwick also ultis at the same time.
I do like Against All Authorities comp. We have a nice set of stuns. We got taunts. We have all the damage we need. We got the burst from Corky, and Karthus actually worked out really well for them game one as well. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this, and I love Riven's one of my favorite champs. Leona I feel is quite underplayed.
Yeah, Leona is definitely underplayed. I'm really liking AAA's team comp right now. To me it's not genius because it's good. It's very good. Like it's basic, it's clean cut, and it actually I feel like it has a theme going on. Like, but CLG.eu's team comp, I feel like it's a mesh of 5 random champions.
Yeah.
That's what I really feel like. Like, where's the CC at? You have none. Like, what happens if you get? What happens if you're behind and they initiate on you and your cannon doesn't do damage? Like, Karthus has exhaust. Regardless of what happens, I am pretty sure that exhaust is going to be saved for that cannon.
I
So
think
Cannon's ultimate damage will be halved, and Wicked is not going to build DPS. So your only damage is going to be coming from Tristana against Corky, Riven, and Karthus. And you have so much lockdown with Leona and Rammus that I feel like they're, once again, with their 2 threats, and Kennen, who's going to be outed by Karthus' exhaust, they're really at a big disadvantage going to team fights.
Yeah. So if I were Froggen, like, do you think? I personally would, like, in a situation like this, like try to rush Hourglass as quick as I can. That's what I would do, just so you can get into the fight Hourglass, because you're going to get CC'd.
Yeah, that's definitely the item to get, and it's gonna make or break the game. If I wouldn't even finish the Will of the Ancients. I would just get a Hex Tech and just go straight into Hourglass, because it's going to be that important in this game.
Yeah. And if Froggen loses lane pretty early too, we may have to skip the Revolver completely.
That's actually possible against Karthus, because it's pretty hard to harass Kennen as Karthus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but I feel like most people are pretty close-minded about their builds. Like they're gonna get it. They're gonna get it.
All right, so these are your teams for Game 2, CLG.eu versus Against All Authority. We are going into Game 2. Against All Authority is already up 1 game. If they win this next game, they will qualify for IPL4 in Las Vegas. This can be huge, because we're waiting for AAA to break out now in Season 2. They had a fantastic showing Season 1. I'm excited. I'm really anxious to see what these 2 teams do, and if CLG is able to make something happen with this team. And in the meantime, while we are loading up the game, always remember, facebook.com/IGN Pro League. Just go in there. We have a nice sweepstakes going on. $25 worth of RP could be yours if you enter a little sweepstakes. As always, follow us on Twitter at IGN Pro League. Check out our YouTube, youtube.com/IPLLOL. And if you have any amazing replays, IPLLOL replays at gmail.com. We are always accepting those. So we are in the game now. There we are. Cool.
It's actually interesting that Leona is taking Ignite. I've actually don't see that very often, that the support takes Ignite.
Yeah, we also had we even had our killing spree the other day, where we actually had a heal Ignite.
Wow.
Bot lane. But yeah, Leona playing guard here by Race, putting down ward. So right now, CLG, they want to get that invade. They want to get that red ASAP, and right now, AAA actually has the same idea.
No, they're just warding. Looks like they're actually, yes, it looks like they're both going for
They
their
both
red.
hey, great minds think alike. They both want to steal red from the other team.
I feel like CLG.eu was actually a lot more deceptive because they sent the Warwick there deliberately, so like they could see the Warwick there, and then they're like, oh yeah, we're actually gonna take your red, but we're gonna pretend we're watching our entrances.
So we should. So we have a mutual steal, but I mean, Warwick is still ready. Snoopy's here, ready to take those wolves and then move on to blue. But so we're gonna have a steal from red. Probably gonna go. We're probably gonna see Yellow P grab it, or we're gonna have Froggen take it probably. Or then CV goes down from CLG. They know the coast is clear. They're gonna start taking those wraiths.
Wow, they
right now,
they see them.
Moma's here. No. He may be caught. He's going to take a good chunk.
Had Tristana not wasted her rocket jump on those raids, Karthus would have definitely wasted flash right there.
Wicked knows also something is
up
wow,
they're setting up a 2v1 bottom. They're setting Gangplank bottom, the 2v1 Leona Corki, which is it's okay. If the lane pushes fast, it'll be okay.
Snoopy here going to be grabbing the blue shortly. So we see a lot of lane switches occur. So like, what would be when do you choose? What are your good opportunities for lane switching?
Generally, when you think like are killing like Leona Corki, it's very hard to lane Soraka Tristana against it because Tristana is really weak early. She has not much synergy.
Right now, Rammus Linux coming from behind, getting the stun off on Wicked. He has to flash away.
Oh, that flash is down already in a Leona lane, so that's pretty bad.
If you attempt to gank a lane, use a summoner spell on your target, that is a successful gank. So Wicked is going to have that flash down for quite a while, and Linux is going to go ahead and take his own blue. Top lane Yellow, Pete and Crabble actually pushing in so as quite a bit.
They're going to have the same thing going on in both lanes. The thing is, Riven is actually worse off than Gangplank and farming because Riven has to go melee range, and Gangplank can actually just farm with Q.
Parlay is powerful enough so he can do that. Plus, also, Gangplank has the oranges, so any CC, you can just go ahead and clear, while Riven has to preemptively dash away, also has the stun. You just have to be very well-timed, have to be very on point. But you know, we are the pro-level play, so I have no doubt that Soaz can actually do that. And right now, Snoopy is actually going to go ahead and steal the red.
Very aggressive play. That was very good by CLG.eu. They know Rammus is really slow in the jungle, so they decided to go ahead and just steal their red.
Yeah, Rammus, you know, he is solid. I mean, he has his taunt, he has his power ball, but like, you know, in the jungle, the first few levels, he's not the greatest.
Oh wow. Yeah, definitely not.
But he's going to go ahead and, you know, a lot of counter jungling going on.
I really like the fact that Leona can roam right now. Oh man,
and look at this cannon. Froggen's caught out, has to dash away.
The thing is about Corki will stomp GP in lane by herself. Oh man,
so
they've been taking a lot of damage.
Overzealous. One more bananas going down.
They're actually top and bottom are actually equal in CS right now. Both Riven and GP have the same CS. So and so does Corki and Tristana. It's actually really, really even.
But for right now, though, seeing as Gangplank is bottom, they only have a one-man bot. So when Dragon starts getting attempted, we're getting. I mean, it's AAA is at the advantage because they have the two-man bot. Yeah,
definitely. With 2 versus 1 bottom, AAA is at the advantage.
And so I was actually just playing the reach game, but Linak is coming around. Powerball coming through. I do not think we can cover the range we need, but bot lane, Wicked's actually getting pushed in a little bit.
Yeah, they actually have the Tri-Warden, so they can see Rammus coming in.
Yep, and they see him coming around again. Crepo in the bush, throwing out a banana.
I feel like...
Flash taunt coming in on Crepo. They want the kill. Soaz comes in with the stun. Another Powerball coming in and has to flash away. In the meantime, Snoopy is coming down. We may have something coming on Yellow. Yellow has to Valkyrie away. N-rated has to flash. Flash is burned. Good kill. Linek in the bush. Yellow P going to be discovering him. Taunt going down. Just doing a little bit more damage.
Pretty bad.
Waiting for Soaz to come down. Can't get there in time. N-rated going to be recalling and still at top lane. We're looking for this engage that we need. First blood has not happened yet. Looking for that bonus gold. Searching for it. Froggen going down on Moma. I think we have a dive, potential dive. turret hits going down on Froggen, has no choice but to back off or die. And Wicked being
Oh,
ignited
he's
bot
gonna
lane.
die.
Yellow comes down to auto
2
attacks.
hits,
Can we get
3 hits,
this?
though.
Taking turret hit. One. Oh, Yellow. Heal going down. Has to use it. Well, actually, didn't really have to, but might as well, better safe than sorry. That was close, but MoMA.
Wow, MoMA had ultimate.
Oh,
She was level 6 and she was ultimate. That's good.
MoMA hit 6. It worked. That happens.
Yeah.
So first kill going to MoMA to a very, very well-timed hitting level 6 and using ultimate.
Yeah, that was really good. Like, Wicked shouldn't have gotten caught by that Leona. But I also feel like Rammus is really behind right now.
Linak getting the taunt in, backs off. And it's rough. I mean, it's kind of rough to gank that top lane too, because Yellow Pete, you have the heals from Soraka. Yellow Pete can also just rocket jump away if need be. And MoMA should be going back now. How much gold Karthus got? You can buy. Yeah, he's got about 1,700 to his name. It's pretty good. Getting the catalyst, getting some wards.
Riven's starting to roll around though. She's getting free farm right now since Soraka went back and Rammus gave him a lot of space. He's probably gonna shop after this wave or the next one.
All right. What do you think? What do you think we're gonna be seeing? By actually Yellow Pete rocket jumping and trying to just scaring the daylights into Soaz.
That was actually kind of reckless on Tristana's part. Like if Rammus had Rammus been there, like Riven would have just killed him.
So I mean, what do you think? Riven stocking up on the Doran's blades, getting cloth armor, and Rated actually getting a position in on mid. Maybe try and force Froggen to use some cooldowns. Does not get that stun.
So Leona can just keep doing this. She can keep leaving lane because GP has no idea whether Leona is in lane or not because she's going to be so pressured by Corki. He's just going to AFK farm.
Yep.
Like, look at this.
And also notice, like, depending on, which lane has two people in it, you see the appropriate ward coverage on both lanes. So top lane, CLG's got it. Bot lane, AAA has it because that's where they're most, that's where their pressure is.
The thing is, like, AAA has Karthus. Oh, man.
Wicked being engaged upon and rated, getting everything.
Another flash busted on Wicked.
Another flash down. Still successful.
Like, Wicked is playing bottom lane just like he'd play top with no wards, and he's just leveling Scurvy. He's just AFK farming bottom, but that's 2v1ing bottom like this is actually, it's really tough because they have no ward on Dragon, and Karthus controls Dragon very well, so they can potentially get a free Dragon right here. Even right now, they can just go on Dragon because they know Wicked's going to back after ulting. Yeah,
I mean, that's a dead giveaway if Gangplank's going to be going back in lane. He just pops down the ult, farms the creeps, just so it doesn't push to tower.
Yeah,
CV
definitely.
going down on Dragon from CLG. And, they had an idea that, the potential was there for Against All Authority to actually just go take it. They got 4 people down here. They could still.
They could very easily do it right now. They saw the CV go down Dragon, so they know it's not ward. They also have a pink here. See, that's why they're going straight for this right now.
There's,
Gangplank also doesn't have the ulti to get them off Dragon at the same time.
And in the meantime, Soaz is actually just up alone. We got three top. CLG has no idea. They have absolutely no idea. Wicked has an idea, possibly. Might see a ward go down here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they know they're doing Dragon, but there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah.
So they pulled 3 people top lane, and even if they knew it was going to be 4-on-2.
Yep. Meantime, so it's, first Dragon goes to Against All Authority, but CLG's going to go ahead and keep pushing top lane.
Wow.
Crepo coming in from behind. Like Soaz doesn't know what to do. I mean,
there's nothing. There's
the
really nothing
tower's
you
going to go down.
do.
The tower's going to go down right here.
Yeah.
Nothing Soaz can do about it.
When you have 3-on-1 like that under the turret with a Soraka, like
it's just back off.
It's like even if they take tower aggro, they're just gonna get like 100 armor on top of them with the heal.
Snoopy's looking, browsing around the red. CV going down. MoMA actually getting caught. Gets ulted by Warwick, being trapped there. Kennen comes in. MoMA is low, and that is a quick gank.
Dead Karthus.
Dead Karthus, and possibly a lost red as well. Snoopy's coming around, but Linak is here in the bush. They know they're going to go for it.
That's so 2 ultis down with a Rammus Ribbon.
Yeah, I think Linak should be in a good position to go for it here, but Soaz taking the point here, I think they're a little bit too late. They're just a little bit too late. They should have engaged earlier. Like, I mean, they had, Riven put the ward down, but they saw them engage because sometimes you like to go in and like get the smite steal and then go for the engagement.
Wow.
Right now, Linux actually being caught out, stuck around a little bit too long.
Wow.
Froggen comes in with the
Kennan's ulti's
ult.
still up. I was wrong. I thought Kennen used his ulti early. I was just seeing things.
But yeah, as Linux just stuck around, they just decided to wait just a tad much bit longer than they needed to. But with the dragon they got earlier, the gold is actually even, pretty much.
Yeah, the gold is pretty much even right now. Like.
So, but yep.
That kill bottom lane didn't amount to much because Wicked's still farming right now, and the CS count with Riven is equal.
Yep.
And an underfarmed Riven against an underfarmed GP. GP will always be better because GP has so much utility without items.
Yep. Right now, Krepo actually being singled out by Yellow. Teleport coming in from Wicked, going into the bush.
Two flashes down, but
going
Riven
on.
is here.
So as leading the charge, Linek will get the taunt in on Wicked.
Yes. Oh, that is a
dragging him out.
Wicked.
Nice.
Dead Wicked. That was just too much CC. Wicked had to scurvy something. He had to eat oranges for one of those things. And
he didn't have enough
he was
oranges.
Die either way. Yep.
Did not have enough oranges. Didn't stop by the farmer's market this morning. He only had a few.
I don't feel like GP should have came into that fight because they backed off from the mid tower and nothing was going to happen. And he actually just forced himself to die.
And actually, ult was also down as well. So he didn't really have many tools to use in that fight other than just being out in front and being a soak.
Oh my.
Froggen.
He is down.
Has to flash away.
Yeah, he had to flash right there.
So I mean, it looks like CLG is just now they're progressing to the point that's like we've seen where their team kind of shines is that when they just have a full-on 4-man, 5-man push, but I don't see that working for that much longer. Because it was successful. They had a 3-man push, top just muscled out the turret. And mid lane is actually pretty weak. But I have a feeling that AAA's over time will just catch up and and beat up their strategy. Because they don't really have as that good of an initiation as AAA does.
AAA also has really good wave clear with Karthus. And CLG actually has no wave clear on their team.
Yeah. Just, maybe let's see, Snoop A is actually looking. We're probably going to be seeing a Frozen Mallet.
Yeah, Frozen Mallet rush on Warwick has been. I've been seeing that lately. A lot of Warwicks like that. And
right now, Froggen actually did go ahead and get the Hex Tech. So we'll see, if Froggen builds it into a Woda or if we're just going to go see the Zonias coming in.
Well, I feel like it's too early to start leaving the lane. They should definitely be focusing on farming. So.
Yeah.
That's what Karthus is doing right now. He's going back to lane. He's just going to farm.
Yep. But I feel also that CLG is just kind of like, do we want to push mid? I mean, we're all here. We might as well. I mean, they know Momo's going to be top lane. They know he's there, so they know that they have the advantage on this push. And Momo did not get teleported.
That's a really dangerous team to defend against without Karthus.
Yeah. Karthus needs to be here to defend, but he's just going to go ahead and push top. And actually, top tower only has like 2 hits on it.
What?
Yeah, so they've only ever touched top tower twice. So Momo's just gonna go ahead, push top lane, recall. What are you gonna buy from him? You guys run out of ages. Wriggle's actually being bought for Riven.
They see this Warwick.
Yep. So now we're doing a dance around blue. So
that's
right
a free Leona kill.
Engage going in unrated. 2 ults being blown, flashed away. May still nope, not gonna happen. But two ults used to kill support. I mean, it's questionable, but
they're not going to be able to contest this blue because of that.
Yeah, they've already used their primary means of initiation, so they can't.
I mean, but still, it's a free kill, so it's not bad.
Yeah, it was free. I mean, cooldowns. I mean, they're going to be up in about a minute. So level 1 ult on Warwick. I mean, Warwick's ult is actually on a pretty short cooldown as is, so it's not too bad. But still not as short as whose ult is shorter, Warwick's or Ash's? I don't know offhand.
Warwick's is shorter than Ash's.
I'm trying to like do all the math in my head, remember all these numbers. But right now, about 15.5 minutes into the game, gold still pretty even. And
I feel like CLG.eu is a little confused right now because they've actually taken the first and second turret. I mean, they've taken the top turret and the mid turret, but they're not really doing anything. They're not roaming. They're not really farming. They're just running around the map.
But right now, so Against All Authority has an idea that they're there.
That's gonna be a free dragon. They had the timer down, and AAA is just not there.
Nope. No ward coverage either. But
This,
Moma,
oh my,
Linex
that's
here, wall going down. Crepo should be a free kill. Flashes away. Linek coming in with the Powerball. Wicked is exhausted. Taunt going down. That is a dead Soraka. Ult going down from Wicked. Flash is going down. Moma leading to charge. Wicked being engaged upon. He is ignited. Should be able to get away.
Wow.
Soaz taking the tower. And now Triple A is going to go around, see if they can't catch Snoopy out. Karthus ult going down.
Oh,
not going to be enough to kill, but...
Had Cannon's ultimate been up, they would have killed everyone.
Yeah.
They would have killed everyone. That's... So then... Wow. I actually thought that, like, when they killed Leona for free, like, that ultimate wasn't going to amount to anything because nothing's going to happen on the map. But actually, like, the 5-on-5 fight just happened, and her ultimate... Cannon's ultimate just so happened to be down for like 15 more seconds, and that just cost him the fight.
And it was good positioning by Moma and Soaz right there in that bush, catching them off guard, right as they were finishing Dragon. So good on them, great positioning. And there's only about 500 gold difference between these two teams, and who's actually getting the bulk of it right now? Corki's got a pretty fat wallet. So does Karthus, and Kennen does a little bit as well, but I think we have a little bit better distribution of gold on Against All Authority. Because you have it on your two carries. You got Karthus and Corki, and they're the ones that need the gold the most.
That's true.
CV going down.
Oh wow, the red seal right there with the CV.
Nice, nice. Fantastic CV, fantastic steal, and a yellow actually just face checking that bush, might be in a little bit of trouble, and Rated right here playing backup. So, I'm still increasingly concerned about how where CLG's place is going to be in late game.
I mean, yeah, Cannon's ultimate is devastating, but Cannon's gonna need an opportunity to run in without dying.
Flash ult going in on Moma, gets the vision and ignite. Yikes!
100 to 0 Moma right there.
Look at that! Wow.
Yeah, Froggen's making that was a really good play by Froggen.
I guess there we go.
He knew Karthus's summoners were down, and he just went for it.
Now I see what's going on here. Abyssal Scepter being purchased by Froggen. How much magic resist does Moma have? 36.
No. Yeah, he's gonna die.
Yeah, that's
Abyssal Scepter on Cannon. I actually don't really like that. I really do not like that Abyssal.
Yeah,
on Cannon.
I mean, granted, it did what it needed to do, but you're not going to get opportunities like that very often. Plus, I mean, how much magic damage does the rest of the team do? Actually, Froggen being engaged upon underneath their own tower. Wicked leading to charge, but we got 3v2 mid lane.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
it's just like the Abyssal Scepter. Basically the only magic damage on CLG.eu's team is going to be coming from Karthus, unless you want to count Warwick as magic damage, but it's pretty insignificant.
It's just the ult and the Q, but still, it's kind of. I mean, it's a questionable purchase, but we will see how it pans out later. But AAA taking mid tower right under CLG's nose. They were there and just could not contest it, just being poked away. So AAA actually going to Corki is going to go ahead and back.
Wow.
What's he going to buy?
Rammus is top and someone. This is 5-on-3 mid.
Yep, Rammus is alone. CLG's is going to go ahead and keep on pushing in this tower. Corki backed. Rammus is now catching up, and this tower might actually just be picked off right here too. Nope, you can't get the last bit off. 122 health left on the tower. And we're just about to hit the 20-minute mark.
That was really good by CLG.eu. They saw that one person backed, and they saw Rammus top, and like, this is some free tower damage we can get. Wow, they actually pinking this.
Pink wards are pretty good. And so blue being pinged out, man. But CLG's kind of split right now. Wards going down from AAA. They want to know.
They really want to secure that blue. But I feel like they're just going to collapse on mid. That's what they should do. Yep, CLG is just collapsing on mid. They're going to take this turret. They're going to take it.
Yep, they waited for them to go in for the blue, and then just
go wow,
they actually didn't even take it.
Off. One hit left, and they backed.
What? 31 health. You could have just kicked it. You could have just like tapped it with your foot and would have fallen. What happened?
Yeah.
But AAA coming back in to play defense. And CLG breaking apart, GP going bot. Snoopy going to go ahead and take their own blue. It's like sometimes you go for a tower and you just break off too early, like this, the auto attack just does not trigger, and you just start backing off. And it just kind of happened to like everybody. But then you have some, they didn't. I think they kind of have a little bit of like fear in them right now. I think because they know the power.
They're scared of that initiation from Rammus, but
and for good reason, for absolutely good reason.
Yeah, the whole team was blue side, and they weren't 100% sure what happened because they have Leona, they have Rammus, they have Riven with Flash. Like they have too much CC. Like anything, like if one person gets snagged, they can potentially be chain CC'd until the whole team comes. So they don't want to risk it.
Yep. So it's like CLG is now going into caution mode, but and they're waiting for their opportunities where they know that not all of Against All Authority is present in a particular area for pushing.
I actually don't like where this game is going for CLG. It feels like this whole game, there's going to be no more farming for any of the top solos, and Gangplank is very underfarmed.
Yeah. Raise morale going in on Wicked, not much happening.
Oh.
Wall keeping them at bay, and Linak in the bush getting a taunt off, and Wicked has to clear
they should have went right there.
That was their opportunity. And so as going in with the stun, Linak playing point again. Ult from Gangplank
gotta
going
watch
down.
out for the Kennen. They gotta watch out for Kennen.
Coming in. Kennen, there's the ult. Moma going low. Linak going low. Not quite sure what's going to happen to Linak. Just about to go down. Karthus ult coming in.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Rammus lives, yes.
Yellow Pete actually being engaged upon. You may finish him off. Crepo being
dead.
close. And Yellow Pete, last tap. That is an ace for Against All Authority. A free Dragon. Possibly a free Baron. We'll have to see.
Yeah, that is... They should have... They can't do Baron. They can't do Baron with this team. They have to wait till Karthus is up.
Okay. Well, he's going to be up in 10 seconds. So
it'll be too late to do Baron. But right now, like, even though this is why I always say the gold count's misleading, because even though AAA is only 2.2k gold ahead, and you can say it's anyone's game, but they are actually they're in the driving seat to win right now. Like it's really, really big, because that team fight showed exactly how strong an exhaust is against Kennen. Like if you don't have Hourglass and you get exhausted, had Kennen not been exhausted, they could have potentially won that team fight.
Yeah, but
potentially could have won that team fight, but the exhaust went down early, and Kennen's ulti was just mitigated.
And Kennen, bought the Abyssal Scepter, now bought a Giant Spell. It's probably going to see like Rylai's or something, probably.
I don't feel like... I feel like a Giant Belt's okay. It's okay if you're not going to get an Hourglass. So I don't know where he's... If he's getting a Rylai's, I don't agree with getting a Rylai's, because right now you really, really need that Hourglass. Like you already wasted all that gold on Abyssal Scepter.
Hourglass would, Hourglass should have been better too.
Kennen's job is only to ultimate and do as much damage as possible. That is Kennen's only job. And if you're buying Abyssal Scepter and you're trying to tank, like if you're buying it for the MR, there's no point. Because if you ulti, it doesn't matter if you're taking damage. As long as your ultimate goes off, that's all you're there for.
So what situations would it be okay for... What situations would you advise a Kennen to get an Abyssal Scepter?
When they're against... Basically, when you don't need an Hourglass, obviously, like, you need to prioritize the Hourglass. That's one thing. So that's why I really don't agree with it. And also, if you actually have a second AP carry, like, if you had Rumble and Kennen, like, man, Kennen goes in. Doesn't matter if you get exhausted, because that Rumble ultimate goes down, it's going to eat everyone. Like, you can layer, like, AP bursts with that Abyssal Scepter, but in CLG.eu's case, they have Warwick, and they have GP. They don't have much synergy with that Abyssal Scepter. Like, I understand you're scared of Karthus doing, like, big amounts of magic damage. But when you're Kennen and you're at this point, you're basically all the damage that you have on the team, you need to get that Hourglass.
So right now, Froggen leading the charge, getting into the river by a Baron. Counter warding going on both teams. We got an Oracles on Rammus. We got an Oracles on Gangplank.
Yeah, they see Karthus bottom, so they're just going to try to clear Baron right now.
And that tower should actually be going down pretty shortly with the next minion wave.
Yeah, Karthus' exhaust is actually coming back up. It'll be up in time for the next team fight.
I think Karthus needs to hurry and get back up here because he does not have deep. He got the exhaust instead of a teleport. So right now, all of CLG pushing in on mid. Karthus recalled. He's going to be coming back. He's got his death cap. He's got his Rod of Ages. How much AP is he running right now? 374
AP. He's almost level 16 too. Once he hits level 16, it's gonna be gonna be big.
And he's almost there too. So so after we'll wait till he hits 16 and see how much damage he gets to do. And right now, CLG still wandering around Baron area, being pinged right now by Against All Authority. I think they might be moving in. Linek coming in.
Like, this is why I feel like CV is optional. Like, some teams swear by CV and some teams don't ever get CV. There should be a balance between the two. Because you see here, like Leona with CV, that doesn't make any sense because you're in a kill lane, you want to maximize the kill potential. Like, Leona sets you up for kills, you want to maximize the kills. I mean, as long as you don't, like, let Baron be completely, like, don't have any wards there and the enemy can sneak Barons in, then CV isn't that important.
Yeah. I mean, especially, if you end up going in a 2v1 lane, too. So, I mean,
yeah, especially. Like, what's CV for? You can't really, there's no kill potential, right? If you're not going to exhaust someone, like, they're not going to be winning. There's no defensive exhaust going down.
Right. So, 27 minutes in. Against All Authority has proven what they can do in team fights, and they're now engaging in. They're getting the wards down around Baron, seeing if they can't bait out this fight.
Maybe they're going to sneak around. They're trying to see if they have any more wards.
CV going down from CLG. Rammus powerballed, looking for that initiation. So as in mid. So I think, and Against All Authority has actually been doing very well, playing around in the bushes, getting the initiations they need to. Getting into taunts in from the bush. Fantastic work they've been doing all game.
They are.
And the Wicked coming here. He is out in front. Gangsta has to flash away.
Oh,
there we go. Hold it. And everybody. Wow. Gangplank going down. Snowbase out in front will be melted immediately. So as out in front, MoMA poking off as much as he can. Wicked being caught out. That is 2 for free. And ult going down, finishing off.
3 guys died.
Pete, nice. That's Baron for them.
That is a free Baron. That was Kennen.
That may be game.
That could potentially snowball him. Kennen was actually not at that team fight. Kennen was actually in bottom side jungle. I don't know what he was doing, but that allowed them to get the free jump on the team fight.
That was
a
crazy.
great ultimate by Leona.
Fantastic ultimate by N-Rated. That got everybody. That hit every single person present.
Yeah. This also shows you like how strong Leona is in team fights. Like, sure, if you're not in a winning lane and Leona's not. It feels like Leona's kind of useless, you know? Like, if you're getting pushed back as Leona and you're playing defensive, you can't do much. But when it comes out of lane phase, and even if you're losing lane, it comes to team fights, you have so much CC, and you're so tanky as a support. It's just so much utility.
And Karthus is actually doing quite a healthy deal of damage with the death cap and the Baron buff. And he's getting another needlessly large rod.
Yeah.
The man's insane.
It's near 900 damage on his ulti once he eats that blue potion.
Yep. That is, pretty much. Just waiting for that next team fight. Drink the blue pie. Actually, just decided to chug it right now. Why not? That is 900 damage on Requiem to everyone.
Yeah, the team fight is definitely coming out. Like, they have all the CC and they're using it. They're just catching people and they're they can't do anything. Like, Gangplank has a scurvy, but it doesn't matter because you cleanse.
Oh no, Froggen got discovered in the river bush. Gangplank has to ult defensively. MoMA actually a little bit too far out in front. Actually gets caught, loses the Baron buff, but Requiem's going down. Oh!
Abyssal Scepter came in handy right there.
I will give him that. But yeah, if he didn't have the Scepter, he would have been dead for sure. But this top tower is going to go down. Possibly the inhibitor as well if they don't catch up.
I would be hitting a lot more.
Just tank the tower, just you can hit it. One more.
Okay.
That will do it.
That's a dead. Dead Warwick.
Yellow Pete trying to get away. Yellow getting with the flash.
Man,
very
crit.
Nice.
Last crit.
Very nicely timed. So as getting in, Crepo has nowhere to run. This should be it. AAA should be able to take down this inhibitor, and they have an incoming minion wave, and that should be more than enough to take down the Nexus towers. GG's being called.
Yeah.
This looks like it. AAA Against All Authority will win this next game. Las Vegas, baby! Against All Authority is your first qualifying team for IPL4. This Nexus will be going down shortly. Good game. Wow.
That is... I really thought CLG.eu was going to take this set of 3, but it looks like aAA is taking this quite convincingly. There's nothing... They have stomped both games, basically.
It's good stuff. Good stuff coming from AAA. Actually, they're still kind of dying out here by the Nexus, but Nexus should be going down shortly. Yeah, GGs have already been called, but yeah, they're just going to try and do as much as they can.
I actually thought the game was going to end. That's actually...
So yeah, surrender vote actually went down. GGs were called. Surrender vote went down, but yeah, AAA just couldn't take down Nexus, but they're in such a commanding lead right now.
Well, I actually haven't seen that happen very much in competitive play, where like it's good game, well played, they go for the Nexus and they all fail. I haven't seen that quite often. It hasn't happened too much.
But I mean, look at the lead. It's essentially a 10K gold lead. They should be pushing down. Anyway, now we go into the long push, but for the most part, this game is pretty much over.
It is definitely. I wouldn't say it's 100% over.
Yeah.
But I mean, if the game drags on enough and Kennen manages to get his hourglass, and maybe AAA doesn't get the jump on them for the first time in these team fights, like they still have a chance. But they're very much behind right now.
So Linak, yellow pushing up mid. He's got the Sunfire cape. He's got all the resistance he needs, and this should be the long push in to Nexus. I mean, both of these turrets are down. They can just go in and charge in.
This game is so important that I feel like AAA should just wait until the top lane shoves into the Nexus and just take their time. They don't have to risk anything.
Gangplank actually Wicked making his way back up to mid, needing to defend this. But yeah, it is a little bit awkward. You call GG and you're not quite done.
Yeah, it's because no one wants to quit.
No one wants to quit. Yeah.
Like this is the game. Like everyone wants to go to IPL. Oh.
Yeah, we need a fantastic last stand. We need a last stand here. Tower is going to be focused down. Kennen ult going down. The tower will fall.
Kennen, wow, Kennen's ulti does the job. The turret goes down, but Karthus' ulti is gonna
clean up everything he needs. Yellow. Whoa.
They could win. Depends on Yellow Pete. Yellow Pete can kill them all.
Here comes Linak.
Oh,
focusing down. God. What?
One more hit. He's that guy.
No, Soas trying to get away.
He's dead.
The damage. Yes, picks away. See, now I feel awkward.
Oh wow.
Now I feel mad awkward because
we had Kennen ulti just went down like it's supposed to. It went down right. And
I feel so awkward right now because it's just GGs were called. The surrender vote happened.
It happens. I mean, it's happened before. Like, even, man, that is just.
It's like
I'm not sure if Karthus' exhaust was up or not, but they definitely should have exhausted. I feel like he was. I believe Karthus was ulted by Warwick, right? Okay. That's
Karthus is focused down by Warwick.
That fight went as good as it possibly could, because I saw Riven actually had a chance to initiate, but. Like I said earlier, this game is so important that AAA wanted to drag it out, that it went to the point where they should have initiated, but they chose to play safe, and CLG.eu just went really aggressive. And they took it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, granted, all these kills.
If Tristana gets a Last Whisper, there's no answer. There is no answer to Tristana with the Last Whisper on the enemy team. Like
1689, getting close to that. I mean, if she sell the Doran's Blade, should be enough, or at least very close.
Like sure, Gangplank is. I'd say Gangplank is pretty much just like a meat shield right now. He doesn't do enough damage. Actually, he does have a mallet. He just completed his mallet, so he is. Yeah, he has a lot of utility going on. Even for how behind he is, he's doing okay. And Warwick also, he has a lot of damage. They actually have 3 decent threats right now, but Kennen is the biggest one. And it's really up to Kennen to decide these team fights until Tristana gets that Last Whisper.
Kennen's 1,000 away from a death cap.
Yeah. But I also feel like Tristana is still a liability because Tristana doesn't have a Quicksilver Sash against all the CC, so she should definitely be getting one.
And MoMA did also get an Hourglass for himself.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, hope so that engage should not be happening like that again next time.
Froggen is actually getting a death cap instead of an hourglass right now.
Yep.
I don't agree with that at all.
But Baron is up. AAA is in position to take it. Linek actually out in front. Froggen doing doing quite a bit free damage to Rammus. This has actually gotten quite. We
They
had.
have to defend that top inhib.
Yeah.
Someone has to go back.
So AAA is just going to be killing time while top shoves in. And once that inhibitor goes down, it's just straight on into Nexus with a whole bunch of super creeps.
I'm pretty sure. Oh man, that inhib just went down for free.
Yeah.
They really needed to defend that. I'm not sure why they're caring about Baron instead of top inhib was much more important.
See that going in, but the ward coverage. Now they know that CLG retreated, so now AAA is actually just going to go
the same result would have happened. Like if had they contested Baron, they'd probably lose the game to super minions.
Yeah.
And had they just went back, one person went back to defend the inhib, it would have been better.
Yep, and Froggen is up here alone by Baron while the rest of the team is defending. So this Baron will go down for free to AAA. Yeah. And now we should see the long push once again.
Yeah, they should have definitely defended that inhib because now they're down in inhib and the Baron they were trying to defend, which makes no sense. And now their Nexus is exposed once again. They have another long however many minutes the Nexus is going to be exposed.
So I still feel incredibly awkward for everyone calling the preemptive GG.
The game is definitely more exciting now.
It is absolutely more exciting.
We're watching for the.
It's like you go to a restaurant, you finish dinner. It was a really nice dinner. You're about to get out of your chair.
Another dish comes in.
Yeah, no, it's like the bill is paid. You're about to leave the door. It's like, oh, by the way, there's a dessert menu.
Yeah, pretty much. That's just what happened.
So right now, bot tower is just going to get shoved in real quick and should fall pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's a huge wave top, so they don't have too much time. They should actually be sending someone top right now to clear that wave before they pressure this bottom turret, but it looks like it's not going to happen.
They should just be able to pressure and take down the turret
The last fight is going to happen very soon.
Yep. We should be seeing the last stand from CLG any moment. We'll see if they'll be able to fend off Against All Authority with Baron, because if they cannot, Against All Authority will be going to Las Vegas. Minions are down. Next wave is coming in. This is it. AAA is going in. Linek coming in with a flash, trying to get the taunt off. Ult going down from Wicked. Tower goes down. Inhibitor should be going down. And all the while, Nexus is being pushed by super minions. This inhibitor will go down. And here's the engage. Linek coming in. Stupid ulting Rammus. Right now, Ken and Oak going down. Moma has to use the hourglass to stay alive. Kosh is out. Karth is going down.
They're going for the Nexus.
Requiem. It's not going to be enough, but this focus down the Nexus.
Oh, that Nexus
Yellow
is going,
focus down the Nexus.
Oh, the Nexus
is going down. Against All Authority has won. Your first qualified team for IPL4 is Against All Authority. Good job. Fantastic work.
Yes.
Wow.
Good game.
Good. Like I said before, like, you know what? Preemptive GG. Okay, you know what? It's fine. We got a show. We had a fantastic show for our first match of the day. Could not think of a way for it to end any better.
That was a good match. I actually feel like CLG could have came out in that fight, so I'm kind of disappointed, but it's a good match.
Yeah.
Good match.
We had the early fights on it. We had the lane switch to begin with, which kind of put everyone a little bit on tilt. But I think ultimately this is a game that was won at Champ Select. I think.
I don't know, I'm not really wanting to agree with team comps. Like, it always comes out to play in the end. Like, had CLG played better, they would have won. Like, straight up, like, even if Tristan didn't buy a Quicksilver Sash, like, why would you buy a Quicksilver Sash? She bought a Quicksilver Sash for that last fight against that heavily armored team. She has a pickaxe. She could have had a Last Whisper. If she had a Last Whisper, they would all be dead. They'd still be in the game right now, but she bought a QSS.
Yeah.
So that's why you can single out that as the main, like, that's why they lost that team fight, because she had QSS. She didn't build Last Whisper.
And then we also discussed earlier, we had Kennen still, no hourglass on Kennen.
No hourglass on Kennen, prone to exhaust, everything is able. And you also have a Rylai's. Like, if all that gold from the Rylai's went to, you can even have a Void Staff right now. They had a lot of magic resist. Like, when you have so much AP value right now, and they have a lot of magic resist, the first thing you want to do is buy a Void Staff, because all your AP is meaningless if you're not have enough magic to pen.
Yeah.
But then if you buy a Death Cap, your Death Cap AP is still going to be mitigated by the fact that they have so much magic resist.
So that's it. So that's going to be first match of the day. So your first qualified team for IPL4 will be against All Authority. Good job. You'll be back tomorrow, Sunday, and whoever wins tomorrow will get their trip comped. So that's going to be even more crazy matches coming up. And speaking of crazy matches coming up next on stream, we're going to have Mono Esports, the biggest upsetters in this tournament so far, facing off against #1 seed, best pretty much in the world right now, Moscow 5. Going to be huge.
That's going to be an exciting game to watch.
Mono's taken out Millennium. They've taken out Absolute Legends. They beat Team Solo Mid in Killing Spree.
Yeah.
They're on a complete... They're
on a
driving
roll
a
right
bulldozer right now on over all these top teams, and it can go either way, I think.
I actually didn't know they upset that many teams, so they're definitely in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah. They're up-and-comers in NA. They're here. They're making their names known. So while we're doing that, while we're getting those next games ready, we're going to take it to commercial, so we will be right back. More IPL4 qualifiers coming up. I'm Hat Person. Here's Chowster. Stay tuned.